without very much time to practice coming into this season. Have only been playing together for the last couple of weeks by the look of things. But the level of quality talent on this MIBR team is so high that the expectations are through the roof.
Just immediately, really. All in your face. Tag there from the cam. Going to be holding this one back. Second shot dart as well. That's going to be potentially cancelling out. That is a ton of chip damage. I mean, players are low as anything. Cages to play around, potentially anchored towards the back of the sides. And shots going wild. Texas just rolling retreat all the way back. Claiming multiple lives while he's at it. Leaves it just down to Kesnit and popping towards the back. Aspas gearing up. Cerebral player in terms of the way he wants to take these fights. And he's doubled up alongside Mazzino. It's an easy one for him. Popping now left into an impossible spot. Just with that Sheriff looking to see if he can get his way back out, but just caught on the tail end of things here. MIBR off to a strong beginning.
Chip damage was unbelievable there.
That's crazy with the shock darts.
Oh, the shock darts caught a couple of players, and then Texas spamming into smokes. And they'd done about 200, 300 damage before they even saw a player.
And we were talking about the comps really just as they were loading into it. And Josh, you weren't happy with the Cypher, but you're immediately seeing so many ideas put in because of it.
Yeah, I think that I'm looking at the MIBR comp and it looks like it's been pulled out of 2024.
Right, yeah.
It looks old. It looks like an old school version of what people will be running on Abyss. If anyone was going to be running Cypher in this game, it's not Inspire, it's X. So it does feel a little behind the times, but when you have players like this, maybe they just want to play a really solid fundamental game and allow Envy to crash upon the rocks. And I think MIBR with the Astra and the Cypher do have a lot of opportunity to just stand their ground on sites.
Sure.
I mean, here's the double trip setup, double cage setup.
They're very orchestrated, honestly, and Tech seems to have full awareness of what's going to be happening. Gate crash in your face. Doesn't really matter. Weapons in the hands of these MV players, not enough to really get through any sort of opposition. Tech's just definitive in terms of the way he's holding this one down. Not much in the way of threats here, and a flash overhead. Perfection with the setup.
It's lovely to see Tex get on the board really early on. He's the player that I think a lot of the doubts have focused on. If you are a doubter of MIBR, it would be because Tex last year had a bit of a rough season. We know that he's been phenomenally good before. In 2024, for example, for Leviathan, with Aspas, they were able to get to top 3 of champs. But last year was a wonky season for him. It's great to see him start out on a good footing here. He's got the talent, it's just about getting it out of him.
Tex was running around the map there. It's going to be late setting up over towards A, but luckily MV not looking to go fast.
Oh, it's a deep cam actually, isn't it? He's pushed all the way up to the spawn barrier so he can get this cam out. Right, deep into A main there. Broken. Gets him a little bit of information though. They know at least that they're A defaulting. Double smokes in mid. Zekken's going to calm that one out. And starts to pull attention towards the middle of the map. B weakened. Envy actually were doing very little of this defaulting in their game previously on Abyss. They're
sending it, really.
Yeah, they do like to just send it.
Right mentality. Mazzino, not anticipating that Inspire was going to be up on that line.
I think usually that kind of push would work for Mazzino, but this round, Envy playing it a little more spread.
Dangerous work, that's 140 still. The shield wasn't intact. Kesnit would have been a goner. Gives him access towards it. Deep push and punished! Yeah, going toe-to-toe against the final boss. What you come to expect here. Verno as well. Quick cleanup over towards mid. Inspire no longer a threat over towards it now. Extra's turn to try and take a fight with a flash, but anti-position played. Big dart in as well. And these players are finding it difficult to get through because it's all on board here. MB take a fight forwards. Full aggro and aggression on the same page.
Really nice there from Envy. They recognize that they've got to make a play in that situation. Even with the better weapons, they're down in terms of numbers after taking a couple of scrappy engagements. And it's good to see them all fighting together. It's the exact same map pool as when they played against Evil Geniuses. And I do agree with the Desert. By the time we got to the end of the series, Envy were playing pretty well together. But the start of the series, if you think back to Abyss, it was a bit disjointed, in my opinion. And so it's good to see that they've tightened that up a little. I think some of that is just because Kesnit had come fresh off a plane, basically.
Yeah. And the nerves as well. I mean, this is the biggest stage that these players have played on. Yeah. Even if they do have these chips on their shoulders in terms of wanting to prove themselves, it's...
I think nerves is such an interesting conversation with this team because they sometimes it feels like they're powered by spite.
Right, yeah. All confidence, all ego.
And when you play against a team like MIBR, everybody in every press conference is looking forward to playing against this team. Because they're the new hot super team on the block.
Sure.
And if you beat them, like, you're the guys to look at.
G2,
it would just be a massive upset.
G2 breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah, kind of.
They've had the target on their back for the longest time.
Yeah.
Now you've got NRG, MIBR.
But because MIBR are so new as well, I think people just want to play against them.
Yeah.
And certainly Egster said that. Egster was like, if there was one team he wanted to play against, it was against MIBR. The calling in from Poppin is a bit more spread defaulting to go into the pick and doing a lot of 4-1s here with Inspire on the lurk rather than coming with them into the site.
Util being used. Dash proactive here from Aspas. Going to be that down towards his back. Clone forwards as well to absorb up most of that trip and chewing them up still into the cages. It's blind firing from MIBR, and they're going to see if they can wiggle their way out of this ones. Cloudburst on Cloudburst! No way!
No.
Aspas to playground on the site for a player like him, and he is not done yet. 3-piece in the round. Stunning stuff.
You're allowed to shoot him. You are allowed. Oh, that is slippery from Aspas. How has he gotten away with that? I think it was a blind shot that he took. Yeah, I don't think it was like, there's no assist there from a recon or anything like that. In the highlight, it looks a bit simple for him. But he was slipping inside of his Cloudburst, wiggling around that. Gets away with it without being punished. Don't ask me how.
One of those players that when he takes the fights, they're just so intelligent in the way that he does it.
Going to be playing Duelist on. He hinted at it with that interview with Liz right before this. And that would push Mazzino presumably onto being the main smokes player. So that might be somewhere where the roles are getting rotated.
A weaker buy for MV. So other side of the timeout. This won't be the round to really pay attention to in terms of adjustments, but MIBR seem to be ahead of it, reading that there could be some mid-exploration.
Yeah, info trip in mid, so that even when these 3 MIBR players decide to leave, they have a bit of info there. As we go into the next round, though, Kesnit's ultimate could end up being a real key thing for Envy to get back into this game.
Sure.
And this is where not having a Yoru, not having that clone, could end up being a bit tough for MIBR.
Second, just trying to play his life here in a spot like that.
I thought he got the body block.
Yeah, almost. He was trying to go for it, I think. Might not have even given over a rifle. Quick adjustment, not on the target, not quite. Mazzino off onto the flank as well. It's good movement by Inspire as well, not making it an easy fight to be taken off onto the flank.
I think he did give over that Phantom because Egster's got one.
Right, there you go.
Don't think he brought it into the round.
Egster spotted out. Still holding it back and just not quite anticipating that the players are going to be that close. Forwards again, this retake is full throttle now. MIBR running away with it.
Yeah, that's a weaker bite round for Envy, but very cleanly dealt with even after Zekken falls. That's a position that we've seen a couple of people playing in that. Astra, I think it was Vic, potentially, playing in that spot. Where you throw the cliff smoke and then you can tuck yourself inside of it.
Yeah, if you don't guarantee the kill, you might guarantee the body block.
Yeah.
Send them straight into the depths.
So this next round, though, eyes on Kesnit. Because he can pop his shield, pop his ultimate, and try to drag somebody away. And I think Tex would be the primary target. If they can find the site that the Cypher's playing on. And normally these defensive teams, a lot of people are playing Yoru on this map. And so Yoru clone is something that you can use to put a lot of pressure back onto the ISO. Here, you don't have much.
There's 2 players tagged by the knife, so maybe I'll get a bit of information that it's not the full spread of players.
Grabbing Aspas wouldn't be half bad as well.
Yeah,
take the guy with the op in there.
The operator. I mean, I'd be scared. It doesn't matter. I mean, listen, it doesn't matter what gun he's got. He could have a toenail clippers, and I'd be scared if I was pulled into a 1v1 with him.
I mean, Kesnit's no slouch, though.
Yeah, that's true.
And Kesnit's played against him many, many times, too.
It's real quiet here from Envy. We're hitting that minute mark.
Has been much slower paced from Envy today.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's respect on MIBR or a specific game plan that they think will work for them.
And that's going to be all in. The series going off on the other side of things here. Werner's just trying to put a stop to it. This is
there goes the ISO ult. Nobody found.
Yeah.
It cleared heaven, but nobody scales off it either. That's a bit of a miss there from Envy. they didn't use the Sova utility to like confirm that there was a player for Kesnit to grab. He just sent it.
MIBR going to be grouping up. Still looking to see if they can get the troops in line, in order.
And Poppin's ult should be good for the post plant.
That's what I'm saying. There's time pressure here that Envy could play for, just the threat of that Sova ult. You've got to get a bit of a move on if you're MIBR moving forwards now, but he's going to use it proactively as that retake starts to come online. Yeah, Poppin's just going to be sending it. Good damage. Clears the way, and this is a backstab approaching. Inspire. Sneaky business. All the way behind them. Just spotted out at the final few moments. Tapping away, and there it is. Anticipating that re-peek. Aspas going to be looking to get away with this operator in his hands, but he's being chased. Inspire wanting to take the duel versus him. Ready as anything, though.
Yeah, he only had about 46 HP, so one shot with the Sheriff.
Yeah.
And Aspas even managing to keep the op there at the end of the round 2, takes down Kesnit, who was hunting him in spawn. So, operator saved. Economy still good for MIBR here. And even though Envy take the round, it was costly for them. I don't think they'll mind, though. Investing the ISO ult and the Sova ult into that one is fair game, and now Exit can continue some of that momentum. I think one of the things that I really like about Envy's composition is how many big ultimates you have to win rounds. Something that MIBR don't have as much of.
No, not playing this more standard comps. Yeah, that's a question, right? We'll see. They can keep this rolling, though.
It's quite an off-site setup over here towards B. Once the Yoru ult comes through, I don't think Tex and Verno will be able to hold the ground.
Yeah, just offside. Probably because of the dimensional drift.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught out into the open. Pit's going to be dropped and layered on top of this one. A bit of spam into the smoke goes either way, these drones, but this is fast and loose now. MIBR grouped up.
They haven't got plant down.
No, not yet. There's pressure mounting all over the place here. That's spike drop down. Verno's just weaving in and out, using the cover of their own pit just to be a menace here. Play the rest of the team in. Tex lights them up. 2 kills for him. All that pressure, Envy still no plant down. 2 players, Rossi and Inspire, wondering what can they do in a spot like this. There is that flank pressure.
Aspas has been watching it. Aspas has been watching it for the last 15 seconds.
The whole time, but he's just turning away. And that is timing. There's 2 players at the backs here. This is a massive play. Ready and waiting. Rossi activates, but Aspas right there to return that fire.
Can Inspire make use of this opportunity?
Nice popped off. This is going to be fast now. Just attempting to punish Aspas in your face. Not much you can do in a spot like that. 5-2.
He makes up for it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Aspas, just for a moment there, got timing. I mean, what was there, 2 seconds in it where he looks over towards spawn instead of holding B-Link?
Tiniest of timings.
But he does make up for letting Verno and Zekken die.
Wow, no, the craziest time happened, guys.
Yeah.
Craziest time.
we
saw, bro. That's knocked Envy down onto an eco, though. And that's now 2 for 2 in rounds that I've seen them on the attack side, where they invest the Viper onto B and they lose. Same happened with the game against EG.
Yeah, it's getting a bit dire for Envy. You would have hoped that they were able to convert some of those rounds with the amount of ults they threw into it. And we could buy once more. Zekken's going to be the anchor player, though, towards the back of the site. Verno looking to assist with potential dart. Vulnerable up with that snake bite. It's going to be sharp shooting on order. Zekken is low as anything, though. Just had to tank that snake bite just to not stand out into the open. Blind! Oh my goodness! Help arrives. Verno and Mazzino. Stars of the show in a round like that.
And Zekken just has to sit there.
He's just essentially bait.
He is. He's just bait. Absorbs a snake bite, absorbs the drone pressure, and allows Mazzino and Verno to get played in.
Nice! Bro, they're so worried about me.
Yeah. He's a lightning rod.
There are many, many threats on this roster that you have to worry about. And I mean, Zekken's at the bottom of the scoreboard, 2 and 5. Does it matter? Not at the moment. MIBR is 6-2 up.
He's one of those players that understands that as long as you're winning.
Yeah, I don't think... kind of rare to have somebody so talented who is previously a superstar duelist without too much of that ego.
Yeah.
Really happy to take a backseat on a roster as stacked as this.
TP towards the top section of mid, so they have to use the drone here. Verno just getting that mid-run info, ensuring that it's clear. Posting Aspas potentially back up. It's a precarious fight to take. Might just spot it.
Yeah, continuing to apply that pressure.
Way out into the open, yep.
Really good awareness from Aspas, clearing all of those angles. But yeah, Inspire's been activating a little earlier than the people on the other side. Is this a fake? Are they going to end up going back over towards B? It does feel spread and slow for Envy, but I'm not sure they're accomplishing too much with this early round pressure.
That's floundering, really.
Yeah, he's not looking to take that one, I don't think.
Holding it down. Calm, Nerve just spots it. Glimpse of a body, and the shoulder's all he needs. Aspas gearing up for that one. Another fight to be taken up, draft and away. What is that movement?
It's so
God
good.
Damn. Just out of there. Able to be caught, and well, it's a bullet to the chest there. Texas happy to clean up the rest of it, though. So an instantaneous trade, and the ult barely not able to get out there. Rossi happy to take that fight again as an individual. 2v3. Ooh. Good shots. Lighting them up. Best chance in a long while for Envy. Deciding how they want to take the rest of this.
I know, a little worried about getting into that smoke.
Up the ropes? What is occurring here? Down to the 1v1. Rossi versus Zekken.
Smoke v smoke.
Repositioning. Stars available for Zekken to work with. Ult on top of it as well if he really wanted to make the play happen, but just the star consumed. Drops down, forcing the issue. Jumping around. You would have heard that Rossi has jumped down here, but yeah, time running too short. What a round by Rossi.
There were some amazing shots in there. That is a really special round from Rossi. Great trade out as well. Playing off the back of Extra as they doubled up into ropes. Take a look at this one again. The little hop-up kill onto Aspas was nice. The one before that, really impressive too. Envy need rounds like this. That's only their third so far. Normally on the attack sides, when you've seen them in the past, in Ascension, for example, they're snowballing, destroying teams, bulldozing over them on the attack. This one's been a bit more patient, calculated. But they'd like at least to get, I think, Kesnit's ult online here and get some more value out of that. Last time it just swing and a miss.
Yeah, MIBR were entirely off-site, playing around the ultimates.
I think you've got to be worried about both of these ult orbs, though. When Aspas is feeling confident enough to push up and play aggressive angles, you saw him in the previous round, how he pushed into that A main space. Poppin's holding onto his drone, though. Not a tool that they had to work with in round 9. So they can drone in here, allow Kesnit to get a much freer orb. Oh, they just use the wall. Yeah,
use the wall to try and get up as much as they possibly can. That blind catches everyone, but crucially, no sound cues.
Are they not going to go for the ISO ult?
No one panicking. I think just the drone tags. The ISO ult might follow up, but Mazzino. So no command popped off here. That means no utility, no ultimates can be used to try and bail them all the way out. Damage done. Drop down, though, to the floor. Mazzino is going to be given up for the cause. Aspas going to be playing his life, trying to regroup with the rest of his team.
Oh, Kesnit got a knock, but he didn't get the ult orb because Mazzino's still technically alive.
Right. As Mazzino falls, so that's it. That's an ult online, which he can now use immediately at that. So that's Heaven cleared. Poppin taking the space off of it. 1v1 to be taken. Kesnit can't win it out. It's Zekken and Verno winning their individual ones towards it, and it leaves it in the hands of Rossi. But too much to deal with. Overwhelmed from every angle.
And it feels comfortable here for MIBR. There should be a lot of threats, but I guess when you're winning your 1v1s at such a decent level, I don't think there was very much threat in that exec though either. Inspire's cleared up fairly easy. They've come in with a really clear game plan of trying to get Inspire activated on these mid-lurks, but at this point I think it's quite readable. And they haven't been getting the most value out of the ultimates in general, to be honest with you. 7-3 though. Chances to recover the half, but I think best case scenario here would be an 8-4 for Envy, because the weaponry is looking real bad right now.
This round might be, like you said, a bit of a throwaway. Not going to be playing like it, though. Team flash again. Big connection. Big group up. That's a knife. The tag's on the 4, so a lot of information going to be gathered. Mazzino stalling them out and slowing them down with a nade dropped at their feet.
I think Extra wants to be playing for the orb here, so that you get a death and you have it online for the next, but I don't know whether anyone's even taking it.
No, not really thinking about it, but that's 2 waves of the util. Moving past and away. Mazzino just dominating the angle in the smoke, underhanded with the flash. Inspire. Anti was played, and he does connect that shot!
All right.
Okay, blind fire into that smoke. Really making it nice and awkward for them. Verno feeling like he has to offload this Hunter's Fury just to buy a bit of time here towards the back of the site. No connections. A lot of players weak there. Could have been big and wrapping around all the way. Aspas. Oh, he's like bait almost. What is occurring here with a game of timing? No, wait! Whips out a sidearm, and this is individualistic at its core. Envy finding it hard-pressed to get anything done, though, in a spot like that.
No, what is going on over there at Spawn?
Just craziness.
I mean, Tex has got his back to Inspire the entire time, not realizing that Aspas is getting pushed. And Aspas is like, fine, I'll do it myself, I guess. And that's silly to begin with, but this brawl that happened in Spawn was, huh? No, man, no. There's no way. Again, it's the movement, actually, more than the aim that wins it for Aspas. But the aim's not bad. He's 13 and 3.
It's not missing.
No.
Round 12. Last chance and a half.
And they're not up to their ults.
No.
I want to see Envy prioritize getting those on board, because that is a huge win condition for them on the attack side. Exeter could have his already.
Quite aggro here from MIBR. More so than they've done in the past. That's shield, not even broken. I think Kesnick can still just run this one down. But
how is he not punished there, Aspas, again?
Yeah. Clone's going to be broken.
Right.
Nade stores him out.
Auto collected, though.
Yeah, and here it is. Popped off. Dimensional drift forwards. Clearing the way for the rest of his team to follow up and through. Envy look to take this one. Thoroughly spotting out two players out towards it as the drift fades away. Oh my god, Mazzino. Just on it, man. Rest of the players also falling shortly afterwards. Rossi towards heaven has got to get something done, but again, these fights are just awkward in terms of the manner that they're taking them. Mazzino is the one to steal the show in a round like this. Inspire. No bullets, no problem.
They're finding themselves in some silly situations here towards the end of the half, but in terms of how the rounds have gone in general, it is clean stuff. Very easy going. To be honest, fairly reminiscent of the way that NRG were destroying Cloud9 early on in these matches today.
Yeah, very much feels like that tier gap, to be honest.
The call is God, but you know, we'll get him next time. It's okay.
Just domination. 9-3 here for MIBR lead.
Got regen shield and a ghost here. So
investment.
Yeah, Mazzino taking the L, dropping the ghost to his teammate. And Aspas has been set up as the raid boss, the final boss.
It's going to be suppression across the board here with a shot dance. A fight taken. Envy find a time for but a moment. A few seconds off, but now maybe potentially overextending when Verno is left to punish. It's damage done. You got two for the troubles. Poppin trying to go for that orb as well, but he's going to be sandwich squeezed now. Tex approaching alongside Zekken. Cautiously at that, looking for the clearance, but yeah, shot from behind. It's Rossi willing to help out.
They don't know where Poppin is.
No.
So Zekken still has to clear all of these angles, and a high-low looks nice.
Really does. Yeah, they're going to be ready for this fight to be taken. Envy, pistol round win.
And good to see Poppin being able to win those duels where he really needs to. He was very critical about his, I mean, he was joking about it too, but he talked about how in that game against Evil Geniuses, they were basically playing 4v5. He did all right in map 2.
Bro's falling for the fake reload 2026. Shabla.
So Envy full buy up into this one. Exeter going for a Marshall. Full shields though. Double Spectre, double Bulldog. Respect on MIBR, looking to put that 5th round on the board.
Yeah, a lot of emphasis shown by Envy. They want to hold down A main control. Instantly breaking that cam. Knife towards the top though, Envy. See Exeter. Still wants to be confident enough to take some of these fights.
I like the way that Inspire was playing around his anchoring setups with the Viper on this map too. He had some highlight rounds last we saw. Should be a bit difficult for MIBR to get through.
A lot of jump spots. Yeah, and Envy potentially on that more comfortable territory now that the sides are swapped around, like you said. Anchor setups.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, honestly, but I think I'm inclined to agree. Usually, I think of Envy as being that attack-sided team that's...
And also, I mean, the comp they're playing too, with the ults and the generation of it. But, yeah, willing to take and fight some control towards A main again. This is going to be squaring up. MIBR, again, they don't have weaponry, armor, anything like that. Not even too much util to overhead with the flash. Pop in. He's a high ground perch there. Kesnitz! Oh, my! Just shreds them to pieces, Stinger in hand.
It's a good one for the stats.
Yeah, it is.
And also for building up the ultimate.
The ultimate.
Which could be a game changer. Especially as we're looking forward to a bonus round. Don't think he'll have it online though. Still 3 away.
10
Verno,
seconds left.
I mean, is he... he surely should just be jumping off the
Jumping
map
off?
at this
Yeah,
point, but
I mean,
I don't know, he's going for something. Where's he off to? He just wants the plant money?
Trying to get the plant money? Is he even going to be able to get there in time?
Yeah, he does, just, but he looks Inspire dead in the eyes.
Okay.
And feeds over an ult. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, so no major ultimate's going to be online for this bonus for Envy. But we'll see if they can put something together. Again, these anchor setups from Inspire I think are genuinely going to be difficult for MIBR to get through. But I guess the question is he even going to be tested? Because I think you're expecting Inspire to be set up on B 9 times out of 10.
Envy still similar game plans as before. They've been actively trying to fight over certain areas of the map, even on their defense.
Here.
Always applying pressure. Moving that cam puts a big question mark in the minds of MIBR, wondering where they could exactly be laying. Big group up. Orbs to be farmed.
Right here.
No real intention, though, of committing to a hit with the spike drop down.
No, they may need to go and reclaim mid at this point, too, because you know that they've pushed down and pushed Tex out of that spot, broken the camera. You're worried a little bit about them controlling this B connector, which is much more available to the defenders now. They're second guessing what they're going for.
I mean, maybe because Zekken was spotted by the drone?
Yeah, or maybe just because the drone came out. Just giving a little bit of indication that they were into a default. Now you do actually have a good timing to go and hit A pretty quickly. Tex has kept all of that space for them.
It's all been quiet. Slow going, not wanting to give anything away.
What's the timing on this gate crash for Egster? Is he going to be able to get one and get
30
out?
seconds left.
Not too sure.
Oh, it's just expired.
Just expired as they go for the hit. Perfect timing at it. Tries to dominate again that choke point angle. Fights taken. Rossi. Significant damage. Kills found. Is laving it into a 3v3. Deep push by Aspas. A bit unorthodox from a player like him. He's alone going at it, but he does have that dash to see if he can get out. But still eager to lay claim to their lives. Inspire's got to do it now with a Stinger. Could potentially acquire that upgrade with the Bulldog, but very difficult situation. Smoke's in your face. You know the backside's compromised and time ticking away from you. Everything watched for, so MIBR will find themselves up to 10.
Aspas showcasing some of that incredible talent that he's got in terms of his aim there. He's a beautiful player to watch when he's taking fights like that. Very clean. Couple of bullets, and Kesnet and Poppin hit the deck. 16-5.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, clean as anything, really.
Yeah, it's very controlled. I mean, the timing he caught onto Kesnet as well. Kesnet was not thinking about it right as the smoke dissipated.
Oh, big pings up towards mid here, MIBR. Potentially going into a bit of a B split.
Popping, greeding for the orb instantly off the back of a recon in A-main.
A. Risky business. No one was home, though, to see if they can punish. There's a one-way in your face, which will slow down MIBR for a moment. But they've been showcasing perfectly willing to play a patient game. Almost every single round, essentially, has been slow going.
Kesnet could be in a position to receive this aggression on the B split. I'm not sure what the timing of Aspas, Tex, and Mazzino is going to be, but I would assume they're going to be earlier than the B main players.
Cage comes up as an ult as well to try and play for this one. Dart towards the back, and Kesnet's just going to try and stay alive. Tags potentially there. Shield up. Kesnet just trying to square up. Will find it. Can't get the second, but Inspire! More than ready. Plays it off perfectly, and Egster Bucky. Verno shuts it down still. Spam onto the angles. We know what's up. Inspire is on one in a round like this. Spike was dropped down. Poppin actually trying to find his place as well onto the map. This is Zekken surrounded.
30 seconds left.
1v3 right from behind. It's clinical stuff. Poppin is able to seal it up. MV trailing by 4 rounds here. They've been able to find, you know, these little footholds here and there throughout this map so far.
Yeah, I think on the defense side, though, they're actually looking like they've got some better opportunities to stand toe-to-toe with MIBR.
Yeah.
Nice! Let's go!
I think Poppins' read in this round, actually, could end up being a key thing to look at for the rest of the game. He was able to push out and take this A space instantly within the first, I don't know, 3 seconds of the round. He just threw out a recon, grabbed the orb, and was on the flank real fast.
MIBR grouped up. Shield is popped off before that knife. You get a suppression going. Kesnit trying to square up. He's desperate for them to peek.
He wants value out of his shield.
Yeah, well, that's going to be fading.
He could have potentially just sent the ultimate in there as well, so that you guarantee some value out of the shield. But maybe doesn't want to invest it on this round when he knows that MIBR are going to be on a lighter buy. Aspas also with a hero vandal makes this round feel a lot less like a light buy for MIBR. And he's still got a Blade Storm in his back pocket for the next. I say that. He would have to get a kill, but odds on.
Yeah, odds on. Aspas is probably going to be good for it, right? It's all slow for now. Envy were grouped up in mid for a little bit, just from the pressure that Tex was creating. Cleaned him up. 45 seconds left. What is the call to be made? Feels like the objective is a little bit lost here.
Well, good timing now. After the defensive drone comes through, look at him. Starting to rotate these defensive players away because the drone didn't see anything in A main, and now this is the timing for the attackers to take into the A side.
30 seconds left.
The owner's going to be on Poppin. Just wants to play his life in a position like this here. There's going to be a drone. Tags up into the smoke. We'll have to respect that. He's on 45 HP. Allies arriving onto it. Kesnit has an ult that he could offload here. Suppression. Vulnerable up onto multiple targets again. That plant does still need to go down. The time pressure mounting upon MIBR. Gonna need to see if they can really deliver something here, but Kesnit just overloads it again. Another ultimate denying that plant. No one's got onto this one. Envy start to flood their way in. They've already won the road. They got a plant down in the middle of all of that somehow. Towards the back, Mazzino! Mazzino! No way. 4 kills, 1 more for the ace. Inspire gradually moving towards him. Inspire though creates the opportunity, now brings it into that 1v1. Snatch it back. Should have been an impossibility. Guessing as to where Zekin could be. The pull by Zekin a bit of time, and the turn is a half clearance onto the corner. Thrifty win for MIBR. That is worst case scenario for Envy. They invested a lot into that round.
Mazzino is a miracle worker here. The first player gets denied by the Hunter's Fury. Second player gets grabbed by Kesnit's ultimate. And Mazzino plants, kills 2 with a stinger in heaven, kills 2 with a stinger at spawn. What on earth?
Kesnit had shield up too.
No, that's an unbelievable round from Mazzino. That should never be happening. You won't see anything like that for the rest of the season. Neutralize the ability for Inspire to play inside of his smokes.
Chance to speed up here for MIBR, but the slow gameplay has just been working out.
It has.
They haven't had a reason to change it up.
I think Verno's been really good at calling around Poppin's utility. The Sova meta game, trying to find those timings past the defensive drones, has been great.
There's no command. It's going to be Mazzino who leads the charge there. He's going to be dropped down to his knees. Potential for the resurrect as well. Updraft and a dash. Aspas is getting involved and getting in there still.
Good movement.
Yeah. Rossi making it nice and awkward and Poppin holding down a choke point. 2 players removed. The near side is perfect. And Envy, blink of an eye. Steal away around. Up to 7 now for them.
Very confident playing that flood defense style. Tempo increase and Envy are all over it. Look at this in the replay. Poppin getting onto an aggressive position. Plays in the rest of the squad. Kesnit, Rossi.
Hey, let's go, baby!
Flooding back in, and Poppin will be feeling great about that one. It's a weird buy now. MIBR got their loss bonus reset because they were able to win that round. Aspas, though, with Blade Storm and a couple of rifles, it still feels almost like a full buy.
Making it feel like it's just Tex too. Cage and a Cam doubled up to take A main, but everybody waiting to leap into the fray. You can see him straight in. No one's home. No one anchoring. Shield up and popped. Bit of spam onto the corner. Dart. Dangerous. Tricky spotted situation, especially with that one. The suppression and the vulnerable is a flood retake attempt already going in. Spike's not even down in a spot like this, but bide your time. Roll it back a little bit. MIBR just absorb that aggression.
It's a lot of patience from MIBR not going for a plant in that situation.
They're
Full retreating.
hyper-disciplined.
And now, look at what that's done to the defenders. They have no idea what's going on right now. They are lost. They're looking to re-clear over towards mid as the re-hit comes through.
Yeah, MIBR have just been doing a fantastic job of controlling the pace. Not getting sucked into the Envy high-tempo playstyle.
But Mazzino's still got to get this spike in the ground, and now Envy know where it's ending.
Yeah, bullets raining down on your heads. Danger lurking every corner.
They go for the tap and the
Through
push.
heaven, there's a
30
flank
seconds
occurring
left.
too. It's a tap and a push, like you said. All the way towards backside, planting, ensuring that it could be cleared. Getting themselves an extension into the round here. Now a fight to be taken forward. They hear all this noise. Kesnet potentially just looking to see if he can lock this one up. Mazzino's found Rossi. Onto the flank. That was one possibility. Aspas and Mazzino. In a spot like that, take back control of the round. MIBR so good at just slowing it down.
And these players are so good too. Mazzino's hyper aware. He clears Rossi on the flank here. And then is still good for winning the extra duel towards Inspire at the end.
Nice, boys.
Mazzino's a big reason why this is considered a super team by many. He is one of our America's MVPs at the end of, I think it was the 2024 season. He was spectacular that year.
Yeah. Heavy stack of MV. This is all in, a bit of a gamble at that. Crouched up, Mazzino's ready. Traders there in sight, and even though it's popped off, Vulnerable still through. MIBR sidestepping, dancing around our Hunter's Fury. And just like that, popping. Left reeling, wondering how the hell do I win this? Position's already accounted for. Knife out! See you later. Good night. 13-7 for our opening map in this one. MIBR showing up.
Great on the maps though, where I think they look good.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, the Des was talking about it. They increased the tempo a little bit. They had good, fast reactions to what was going on, and they were getting Kesnet a bit more into the game.
Let's get into it. Map 2. Again, par for the course, MIBR. Nothing flashy, nothing fast. Going to take as much space for free as they possibly can just by walking up slowly. Knife against the back, but now you see it double dash forwards as well. Good clearance towards a level of it extra. Announces himself. Taking down a final boss. Flash and a refight called for. Envy are just eager to get stuck into the mud with this one. And it could get muddy at that. The blind on his side is picture perfect again. That sees connects. Tex gets 3. The double swing towards the end. There's a tempering, controlling of the pace that we were talking about. MIBR do it again, but they leave it into a 1v2 for Inspire. Double walking, he's holding the angle, anticipating it all to come to him.
That is a great read from Inspire. Pop off towards the end of the round, well deserved too. Smart play. Tex with 3 here is really nice, following up off the paranoia and even getting another one with his dying breath. But Inspire plays that really intelligently.
Good shit, guys. Push spot. Let's go.
That's the kind of thing that Envy have been
Straight
doing
out of their
quite a bit of.
playbook.
Yeah. But showcasing that they can shut it down when other people do it.
I've never
Where
seen
is-
that
I've
before.
never seen this before in my life. Where is that?
There's a lot of interesting stuff on Crowd.
The observers continue to find new things hidden around the map.
A moving delivery truck.
The salt mines. What are they? What are they harvesting?
I don't know. It can't be good for you though. It's everywhere.
It's the microplastics, man.
Yeah, well, we've already got that, so not too different.
Tex has fallen early over here. See if MIBR look to prioritize alt orbs. What's their objective in a round like this?
Yeah, farm up the orbs if you can. See what a setup might look like. See if you can overwhelm here, but Envy, plenty of bodies in the right places for this one, gets it. God damn. Relentless.
He's hunting.
Beams him down. Yeah, gets ever so close. Halfway now to his own ult.
What else they got, huh?
Kesnit's got the potential to be one of the best players in America, as he has been across his career. Just depends how the team around him functions and whether or not he can get put in positions where he gets that space and gets to rely on his...
That's my mano. That's my mano. Boa, boa. Boa, boa.
They're learning for when they go to Santiago.
Yeah.
All right, so weaker weaponry. Can they put Kesnit and Extra in positions?
Real fast beginning. Oh, there's a chance of a fight there, but Refract's going to be used on either side.
Respect.
Rossi's ahead of a lot of this, I think, on the smoke. We are gearing up. Inspire, just deep push. This is just brazen to his core.
I like tucking in this corner.
The 1v1, take it, good crosshair placement. He's over, swinging again.
Swinging deeper in the 5v4.
I mean, listen.
It's kind of crazy. You know that they're mid-defaulting. You know that Mazzino is not going to be the only one there, but all right. Maybe he thought there was another player just tucked right around the corner. It's not usually going to be the KO alone holding the B default, right? So maybe he thought there's going to be another person right here. I've got no chance of escape.
If there was any hope of MIBR speeding things up, I think plays like that are going to firmly assert them to just keep playing slow.
Yeah, because now you've got so many different angles over towards B main, where there's a threat of somebody being in a close corner, an off angle. This is a real off angle.
Yeah, drone got used for mid, reposition, smoke up. Poppins here, forwards, Aspas. Win that fight out now.
It's a serious risk.
Forwards to dart over towards the top. Ross sees an off angle of his own, but the reveal, so position spoiled, anchor smoke placed. Wants to try and split up a bit of this side in this map. Is going to be TPing backwards and away, over fighting. MIBR looking for this one. Verno!
Front.
Tip tap in, dancing around them. Saturate, he does not care. Next up, forwards again, controlling the spray towards it. No bonus conversion here for Envy.
A little bit unfortunate there for Rossi that he wasn't able to land the paranoia properly. Verno, though, absolutely deletes the Envy players. And Poppin, he does take a large risk in B main, but I don't mind it on a bonus round like that.
Yeah.
That is the time to take risks like this. But Fraud's happy that MIBR are back in the game real fast. Mazzino 2 away from getting his null command online. And with MIBR's pace, you can afford to play for some of the orbs. Play a slow game, see what happens.
It's only been slow. Oh, flash forwards.
It's a bit faster.
It's a lot of damage. Ding through the wall. Rossi has to back up and find himself falling away from it. Aspas looking like he potentially wanted to gear up, but duration fading on that pullback, so.
I definitely think the intention there was to go for the double dash and engage into Poppin's position. But
from mid, Tex is just open towards that. Kesnet taking a peek anyway. He knows that there's a second player. Tex now going to be squeezed. Oh my goodness! Kesnet, it's relentless. Just wants to keep going for a little bit more. Aspas, though, is a player that you do not want to take lightly. What a damage done. Rossi's weak. Poppin only has a judge. Still possibilities for MIBR.
He's missed Mazzino.
This jump spot will not catch Mazzino if he looks up, tucked close to the wall.
It is silent, but you're right. There's a big gap, and he didn't even see
Aspas.
Aspas. Oh, maybe he
Potentially, no, he's seen them. Saturate though, there's a connection into the judge, and he's just off center with it. Equalizing to a 2v2, but again, look at that discipline. MIBR not willing to just run into the site, waiting for the cooldowns. Knife clears one section, nade into the back. Making sure to slow it down at every moment. Does give an opportunity to Envy, though, to regroup up.
Well, the Knife's already cleared these positions, but Aspas is worried someone might be tucked in a corner. Where's your read? Where do you think these defenders actually are?
Yeah, it's a difficult one because they've already taken the timing wrapping around. Rossi doesn't want to reload this one. He's low enough as it is. Players, though, spotting him out. MIBR well trained onto the angles, finding the right timings for it. Inspire's revealed his positioning. And now he's got a tough challenge ahead. 1v2. Mazzino. So fight taken. Aspas doesn't swing off the back of this one. A tap again. Aspas landing it. Straight to the cranium.
Those kind of spots, you see how smart Aspas is. When Mazzino gets killed that quickly, he realizes that the end can get reset really fast for Inspire. So instead of playing to trade in, really quick reactions, just decides, all right, we're going to play this as 2 1v1s. I'm not going to swing in here because Inspire's already reset his aim. Inspire's not happy about it. Within 1 rookie year, he's managed to become an IGL.
Yeah, inserted himself. It's
bizarre.
Pretty crazy stuff. Aspas! Straight through mid. Happy to take that fight as well. The refract timing fades away. Doesn't pull himself back. In fact, he's eager to take even more space off of it. Been tracking the economy. Outlaw in his hands. Drone is going to carve up a bit of space through mid. They realize a lot of this one is just clear.
And Aspas is going walkabout here, and he doesn't really care if he loses the Outlaw, because everybody else on his team has got full armor. So he's almost acting as like the lurker here, where he gets to just walk in.
Yep, noise made, and oh, there you go. Shot missed and gone wide.
Didn't warning shot.
Yeah, don't think he committed to reload, which is why he didn't go for the re-swing. Still underhand him with a flash. A fight into Albo is called for. Inspire with a reposition. He's trying to take his timing so fast. What a shot! snap straight to the head of Zekken, but they've lost control towards one section, and Mazzino, Snappy himself, straight towards it. Envy feels like they find themselves an in by making these crazy plays, but they just get slapped back down again. And Rossi not anticipating that Aspas was just at that off angle, ajar towards it. MIBR.
They're building up towards some massive ultimates to be able to work with in this next critical economical swing round too. Yeah. It's a hell of a play from Inspire, but the rest of the team just doesn't have the guns to be able to stand toe-to-toe, and a large amount of these 1v1 duels have been going the way of MIBR this whole match.
Yeah.
And now the ults are online, you don't even have to think too much, you just put together a set play round and overwhelm the B site. Inspire is going to have a job on his hands keeping this one back.
Pixel angle, trust into the aim, but that drone is going to be pushing you off the line. Util going over. Hunter's Fury. This is going to be used to see if they can lead the charge into it. No command on top. A lot of ultimates, but no one's really stepping past this orb. Remains up, will be falling now just because of that suppression emanating out. Poppin willing to help him out, doubled up. Potential for the lineup, but Aspas! The res online, pulls it back, he's out into the open, needs a follow-up, and the flank is caught. It's explosive when necessary. Egster in a 1v3 now. MIBR still holding it, watching for the repeat, wondering where he could be. Play still not crossed up. Eight at your feet. Hot as anything. Mazzino is already on the perfect line.
One player for Envy makes a great spot, killing two of the MIBR players, but there's just way more people to get through. MIBR, every player is so talented, they just trade themselves out, group up together. Aspas has already caught two on the entry, and then you just have Zekken coming through, playing his role exactly as he needs to.
MIBR just making it look simple.
They do, don't they? Well, I think it is simpler as well when you have ults to be able to rely on, and you catch the player on the flank. They've got a great awareness and understanding of how Envy are going to try to approach these rounds.
Weak money again. Aspas holding this one down. Prowler pushes him back and away. Envy were looking to refight aggressively with the flashes. Not needed now that they did push Aspas away, but now they can just wait again, hold. A lot of angles to account for. Poppin goes for the reswing. Moves his way across. It's Aspas who's spotted. Stray shots going his way.
Could go for a little jump peek over the top of that, but decides not to.
Egster all the way deep.
The game of patience is favouring MIBR in general. It does feel like Envy want to try to force the fights more often.
Banking on that Envy play style of just being frantic, always trying to get active, involved. Kesnet, no real trade there. In fact, the saturate is good enough as well to really slow them down. So the punish doesn't go their way, 4v4, but Envy players rapidly approaching now to positioning here over towards the A side. Looks like the end goal for MIBR, moving around. Kesnet still a bit of a menace, but he is in a sticky spot. Moving forwards, players behind and around everywhere to count. There's safety in numbers though, and MIBR have got it all under control.
How Mazzino survives in that spot with two players pushing him from the back, and credit to his teammates who are holding it from the bricks position. To Inspire in a 1v3 with only a Sheriff. It's very tough.
So, you know, low. He's low. He would have gone down to a single shot, but he's going to be backing up now, making sure to double play it up. Instantly there. It's calm aim from Inspire. Almost felt like he had a chance in it, but 1v3. MIBR on top of things.
If Envy want to get back into this game, next round coming up, there's got to be it. It's do or die at this point.
Yeah.
You've got your money back. You've got 4 out of 5 ults to be able to play with. Inspire could lock down one part of the map with his Viper's Pit. You could play even heavy mid and play retake on one of the sides of the map with Egster and Poppin's ults. But you know, you've got so many different ways of being able to play your defensive setups with these ultimates now.
Paranoia utilized nice and early here. Aspas is raring to go. Flash overhead. Now that light speed dash into the smoke. So many angles and layers to this one. Snakebite pulled down, a bit of spam into the corner.
It's a distraction to get the Omen really deep as well.
Yeah, Zekken sowing a bit of discord behind enemy lines here. Silent with the drop down. Poppin looking to see if he can reclear this one. Has the Prowler, but he's misaligned it. Yeah, wasn't expecting that Zekken could already be that deep. TP around. Fakes on fakes. They've hammered a bit of a wedge up towards this middle section of the map. He puts the pressure now onto Exeter. Has to use that dimensional drift to get out, but Inspire is still locked forwards into his angle. Pings out, though, where the players are. Potential for the fight to be taken again, but still not favored. MIBR happy to whittle away the opposition. Cautiously at that, and now with the pit in play. Does give an opportunity for the EnVy players to get in. Drop down from both of them. Kesnet's forwards again. Now you're going to see it in hand with a shorty. Was hoping for an easy kill, but everybody in position. Rossi, though, reposition is perfect. TP up towards the top. It's their own turn to see if they can get a bit of chaos going, but Verno locking it down. And the pit's still in play, means that the decay is going to be kicking in. Damage done. He's found a pocket to potentially renew himself, hide from the drone. There's still chances for Rossi, but chance fades away at that. This is MIBR, not just in the driving seat. I mean, they've just been in complete control outside of just losing the pistol.
The Des were giving them a lot of credit for how good their defensive setups look like this. I mean, this is a really nice one to pull out of the strat book. You go for a fake hard B push in order to disguise the fact that Zekken is deep teleporting into mid. Then you cancel the B push because you have Waylay who can just refract fully out, and Zekken ends up being the playmaker. And then you set up for another B split afterwards. It's really beautiful stuff. And EnVy have had a horrible time of it. They keep having their economy just knocked back down fully.
Yeah, never a good chance to really get involved. MIBR, one of the faster rounds that we've seen from them now. Big group up, EnVy. This is their wheelhouse. They like to play like this. Sees and a flash is primed. Exeter's ready for it alongside a Haunt. Whole lot of pressure, whole lot of presence. EnVy trying to go for this one here. Exeter does manage it, at least with it, but the shots are whiffy, whiffy. Needs to be some backup and follow-up through. MIBR find their way through. In the end, there's a smoke to cut it up, and still with the rifles, they all just topple, cutting them down. Even when it feels like there's a chance, potential for EnVy to get something going, MIBR always find a way back in.
Yeah, MIBR definitely had a couple of whiffy moments there, didn't they? But I guess the same could be said for EnVy. Flash and a Prowler play. I felt like there should have been chances there for the team with the lower economy to come out on top. If that had been a rifle round, an MIBR play at the same...
It's just been unbelievable. First map, I believe, 20 kills.
20 and 8. Yeah. So total, he's got 30 kills for 13 deaths.
That's unbelievable.
This is coming off the back of just having heart surgery a couple of weeks ago. What on earth?
There's no player like him, really.
No, he's one of a kind.
Prowler tags. This is a bait and switch. They think it's just going to be Tex hiding into the corner. They want to take a chance to jump onto all of this one. But again, yeah, like I said, bait and switch. You don't expect it to be 3 players around the corner. Rossi trying to desperately apply that pressure, put down the smoke to see if he can delay and stall. There's going to be a drone at his back. Tag potential. Convergent paths, locking it down, slowing them to a crawl. EnVy and Exeter forced to respect it. Has to get the hell out of there. Rossi looking to see if he can contain a chance to take a fight. Dink through the wall, stepping up. And they're just taking turns with these fights. There's a lot of damage done. No clear kill, but there still could be a light at the end of the tunnel. Vulnerable into the corner. They've got coverage everywhere.
The team play is just so beautiful. Exeter's left in a 1v3.
It's unreal. Exeter making a go of it. Again, that damage done. Zekken finished off, snappy towards his head. Exeter now brings it into that 1v2, but Verno going to be trying to play his life. A lot of bullets raining down, a lot of shock darts at his feet. 55 dart. Bled out, they know he's not on it. Making him stew, making him question exactly where it's all going wrong.
This round exemplifies how MIBR, I think, are going to be a scary, scary team to go up against. Because, all right, Aspas doesn't get the cleanest kill over towards Elbow, but then Zekken swings in. And then you're trying to get rid of Verno in that corner. You throw a snake bite at him, Aspas comes and covers it. When you've got players of this caliber all covering for each other, all really intelligent and willing to swing and trade and take pressure off each other, it's like a multi-headed Hydra that you have to defeat.
Chop off one head, 2 more threats pop up. And again, similar game plans once more. Ulta being popped off, and this is a weaker buy for EnVy. At this point, desperation, grasping at absolutely anything at all.
Inspire finally commits this ultimate, and it's on a round where they've got no money.
Yeah. Few players, or at least just the one. Exeter's on full armor. Aspas with that Outlaw. He's been doing this a lot when he knows the money's weak. Just opts into it, tries to take it. Double fight, swing out. Already gone. Kesnet's going to be scurrying and scuttling away from this one, but there's bullets just chasing him, following him, underhanded with a flash and no command. Drop down to your feet. Aspas dashes over the heads of multiple players. MV are grouped up here. It's Egster alongside Rossi. But again, trademark tempering of the round. Just willing to play this one out. Zekken is 4 HP, spraying and spamming them away.
That's unreal. The other two players were completely stuck.
Slow down.
Aspas spots the last.
I mean, what's Inspire going to do with a Bucky from here?
Not much. Vulnerable applied, but he's being rained down upon. Long-range artillery in the form of that utility. Inspire's just being chipped down. He can't even get any sort of step forwards.
He's got to try to caterpillar smoke his way forwards with a Bucky.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, you're not going to be favored. Aspas just hugs his wall to the back, plays the range advantage. 9-2, MIBR.
Last round in
This,
the half.
I mean, if MV didn't win the pistol round, it would have been just a clean sweep.
Yeah, complete and utter dominance.
They are ready for everything going on.
I love that paranoia. He's incredibly aware, Zekken, of whether that play is going to come through. He needs to be ready for it. And then when you need a little bit of the star power from him, rather than the support, he swings forwards and deletes 2 of them, including through a box, with the spray control on the Vandal.
Rough one for Envy. Feeling like there's just this wall that you just cannot surmount at any point. They're trying to go for these aggro plays, but it's just absorbed, peeled back. MIBR, they don't offer up any players, no mistakes made.
I do like this, though. Envy hard pushing out the B side of the map is going to naturally increase the tempo that MIBR have to play at.
Zekken's conditioned them with that TP play earlier. He's TP just with his team, and they are having to hard clear spawn.
They're so worried about it. They're having to clear all of these kind of positions. And meanwhile, Zekken's giggling to himself with the rest of his team.
Yeah, he's with the rest of them. Flash re-clear.
Bring them down.
Spire's got himself a kill in the form of Tex dropping. Hold on, this is the best chance in a long, long while. Convergent paths. Hinders and slows. Dimensional Drift as well to clear one avenue of it. A lot of ultimates to use. Envy putting them to work for the final round of this half. Verno! No, not like this! Can't be doing it to him!
This has to be the round for Envy. They were in a 4v1. There's no chance MIBR are also taking this one down.
Just how dangerous MIBR are.
30 seconds left.
Even in rounds like that, spots where it's a 1v4, they always play like they know they're going to win.
It's 20 seconds. Surely Verno can't get to B at this point, can he? He would have to clear so many corners just by running through. He's
going to have to full sprint, I think. He does have the dart to at least give him
what a read, though.
some
what
level
a read,
of clearance,
man.
yeah.
I mean, Rossi could be in any of these kind of spots, but he hasn't. Verno's threaded the needle perfectly.
There's a dart. Knows that one section of the site is cleared just in time. You're right. Insane read. Not just the aim, it's the game sense.
It's not the greatest plant in the world, but he's also going to hear these footsteps potentially.
He's forward. Taking up a position into Link. Comes down to this 1v1, a 1v4. Verno! Oh, it's just filth, man. It's just filth.
I feel bad for them, Brent. I feel bad for them.
Oh, man.
That is an astonishing display of the individual talent. Look at these kills.
Oh!
They force the fight because they know where he is and they're triple swinging him.
The composure in that moment.
Fraud can't believe it. I mean, he must be used to seeing stuff like that in scrims, though. Get used to it across the rest of the season. Kickoff. And MIBR are treating them as if they don't exist, as if they are a fly to be swatted. A mild annoyance on a path to Santiago.
Yeah. Raring to go here. Kesnit, like speed up towards the Link. He's going to be meeting potentially Verno, but doesn't want to overextend himself. Slowly gearing up to get themselves into a bit of an A split. They're going to be meeting potentially their match still in the form Zekken. That's a paranoia. Ripped off, Frenzy, running, gunning. Verno is going to be ISO'd into this spot. Exter, okay, just essentially solo pushing, but with the reveal inside that smoke. Zekken trying to reposition, but he's missed the timing! Rossi is doing a number on him. Cleaned up by Mazzino, but the damage done to him. 10 HP, not a lot to play with. Sharpshooting is going to have to be ordered up. And not enough health to play with in a spot like that. Envy needed a round like this. 2v1, Tex. Can't be doing it to him again. Can't be dashing away their hopes. Corner angle, Inspire. Just trying to play off center. Not cleared. Crosshair placement not there for Tech. So another pistol round to potentially give a bit of breathing room.
Envy win double pistol, but they are still 7 rounds down in the map.
This is just silly.
This was really silly.
So
I mean,
silly.
Rossi did a good job dueling inside of the smoke there, and then just completely timing second. Gets the knife. You have to laugh, don't you? You have to laugh if you're Rossi in that spot.
I mean, you have no other options. The other option is imploding.
Cry.
Yeah, exactly. Walking up through mid here, MIBR on the weaker buy. Just trying to take it together, see if they can catch a straggler. One player just left apart from the pack. And had flash, they do reveal quite a bit. That might be heard by Exeter, so he's going to be TPing back. Has to be, okay, has to be worried potentially if this one. Sharp shooting, but he's way out into the open. Mazzino happy to trade that one out. Sight gain though, MV onto the plant, and they're immediately certain themselves taking a bit of deeper map control.
Couple of players would die to a single shot from the Outlaw here. Pop in and Inspire on light armor or regen armor. But overall, Envy's positioning and the fact that they've got the plant should be pretty good here. I think it comes down to a genuine question. Do you even want to fight this as MIBR? Because though it's 4v4 and you have an Outlaw, you don't really want to allow Envy to get up to ults. And you're not expecting to get too many opportunities here. You'd rather die to Spike. So they're just going to let Aspas have a look.
Yeah, see what he can hunt for with that Outlaw in his hand. That's a kill. Hold on, they want to go for it now. That's opened up the floodgates potentially for it. That's a smoke forwards. Get onto the Spike nice and early, trying to drag these players out into the open. Envy have got it controlled. Goal now just being trying to survive that Spike, and they've been pulled into a spot like that. So
yeah, that's actually really big value for MIBR.
yeah,
It might have looked a bit funky, but getting 4 rifles out of Envy's hands, 4 weapons, I should say, out of Envy's hands is huge. I mean, there's no bonus round. Would you even want to be taking a bonus down 4-10? I don't know. Maybe you'd want to be forcing up into it anyway, but now the choice is ripped out of their hands, and Kesnit's coming into this one with a Bucky. Exeter's coming into it with a Spectre. You know, it's not good, even though they're forcing.
it's a bit all over the place.
I don't know why Kesnit's going for a Bucky here. He could,
Could
go
force
for a rifle.
I mean, 2 of your players are already forcing. Fast and loose. That's how Exeter wants to play this towards A main. Posturing, perhaps, that there could be more players.
Yeah, he did this on the second round as well. I think Kesnit's deliberately bought a Bucky to jump onto somebody's head.
We'll see how this one plays. Yeah, an attempt to potentially flood in, but look at that, just peeling all the way back. Tex doesn't want to overplay. Gives him side control.
MIBR playing fully off for the retake here. They're doing that quite a lot on Abyss as well.
Tex's job is just to hold down elbow control. He's going to be tested again. Short in form in terms of that util. It's just a dry peek and dry swing. Exeter wants to have a go of things underhand with that flash again. Rifles, though, working out. 1 for 1. Paranoia, next level of it, nearsighted. Rossi chooses to commit. Rossi did get the one. Texto dominating. 4 kills, 8 bullets. Clearance into the corner. Kesnit denies. Kesnit comes alive. Forwards again. Good chance for him. 1v1. That's what they needed.
That's the Kesnit value you're looking for with this team. That's the player to replace Kane Zera and give you big rounds like that. The 5th on the board for Envy. Tex almost aced.
Cleaning them up.
I think the game plan does make sense here. You're just not expecting Kesnit to win a 1v3 with a Bucky tucked in a corner. But I think the game plan for MIBR is sensible. You know, they're playing for retake quite a lot because they know that Envy are going to over-push in post-plan. And they're just looking to hold. Only 1 found there.
1 tagged up.
Which means that the defenders are not going to be rotating over to help B, which means that Envy might choose this timing to exec.
Making a call. Winning that bonus does give them significant ins.
3 bandits on the other side. See if the new weapon can pose any danger.
It's a good time to bring it out, pull it out here. Prowler flash in towards the back. Tex is just trying to play himself in. Mazina's also there alongside him. Nades! Damage done! No. Can't be doing this. He's even going peeking over towards heaven. He spotted it wide out into the open, just trying to be controlled with the aim, but punished in the end. Rifles Better in the hands of them.
Fast reaction from Rossi.
Rossi
instantly taking the space.
He's alone taking his fight. Zekken wasn't in a position to really try and trade that one out.
Well, Zekken's got a classic as well.
Trying to bait out the shot!
He got the Guardian now.
Smokes out. One way, peel it back a little bit. Doesn't have that Guardian. Hard pressed though to try and find this. A flash and a jump straight into it. Rossi dominating these lines. We'll be able to find Verno. What? Okay. Verno got the rifle. We'll look to see if he can survive in a spot like this. But for MV, just keeping it going one round at a time. It's going to be their goal.
They're about to get up to both of their duelist ultimates as well. There are chances for Envy to be able to respond, which you wouldn't have caught me with that kind of cope at the halftime. It was a pretty spectacular way that the first half ended.
Bro, I don't know why. Now it's fun again. We're winning rounds and it's fun again.
I'm glad it's fun again. But yeah, it's fun to win, man. It's fun to win. If they can win this next one, though, they're really going to keep it going. Aspas has bought down to 150 credits. Zeken's got none left in the bank.
Good possibility to break the economy.
Yeah, the gold reserves are running dry.
Refract active. Operator in his hands, crouched up. That's a bullet to the chest. Kesnit is gone. Back to safety as well for Aspas. Has it. A lot of coverage in terms of his players that are ready to help him out. Extra wants to send it forwards anyway. Dimensional drift. Again, piece together the direction of where this is going. Light speed up towards heaven. Rejoining the rest of them. Mazzino just trailing. He's caught into this corner though. Wants to take the fight and Extra plays right into his hands.
Aspas is going to have to be fairly slow on this retake. He's got an operator. His job just slowly clearing angles, creating these safe spaces for his team. But it's going to be on people like Tex and Zekken to actually get the retake going.
High priority from MV. They just want to make sure that they have that link control. Paranoia sweeps, drop down from Tex. He's into the corner. Verno looking for that 1v1. Got to know that. Yeah, Exodus just there. Betrayed by the barrel that was poking out to the corner. This retake still has some legs towards it. Time is ticking. Inspire left alone. Shot missed. Going wide. Needs to kill the planter. Needs it now. And it all goes wrong here for MIBR.
It's a rare mistake, but a big mistake from Aspas, missing the shot. He had Inspire caught dead to rights, and then secondary weapons just a classic. Wasn't able to apply the right level of pressure, and Inspire can just swing in and delete the diffuser. I think if it wasn't for that missed op shot towards the end, this one is definitely on MIBR.
Yeah.
They had that round wrapped up. Another 1v3. Envy are winning these rounds in unusual ways. I mean, I put the blame on Aspas there, but Zekken also had an opportunity to win a 1v1.
Right.
So both of them, to be honest, letting things slip slightly.
MV clawing their way back in. Got to take it one round at a time.
But it does look doable at this point.
Yeah. I mean, think about stringing the lead rounds that MIBR had. They've managed to drag it just down to 3-round deficit.
Kesnit with a big ultimate to work with. He got picked instantly in the previous round, so no opportunity to use that Waylay ult. But now they don't have to worry about Aspas op. They can take a look at the economy.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I thought it'd be worse for MIBR. They're coming into this with 4 rifles.
They want to make a go of things over towards B, but that is where the pit is placed down. They do have Kesnit's ult. It looks like that might be the goal. Yeah, here it is. Convergent paths, snakebite. Rossi's going to be TPing all the way deep into behind enemy lines into the spawn, sowing a bit of chaos, trying to take these fights. There are smokes on smokes. Verno really isolated with movement like that. How is he living? Just beams Rossi down. Can only do so much though from a spot like that. He buys time, crucial seconds. MIBR getting themselves back into position. It's a 3v3.
The weapon dropped in heaven might be available for Zekken to pick up, especially if these Envy players are cowering inside a pit.
Yeah. Deep pit. It's really difficult to see through, but again, it does give possibilities for MIBR to just walk out onto site here.
Zekken's not playing for the better weapon.
Paranoia, it's a connection, at least onto the one. Aspas onto the flank, just offset with a movement. Kesnit wins that out. Critical 1v1, and now can just dominate that main position. Envy up to 8.
And MIBR's economy will not be able to hold on now. They are definitely going to get knocked down into a low buy round. This is genuinely on. 6 rounds in a row. no stopping. And MIBR are forced to take a tactical timeout. At this point, what they're going for is genuinely not working. Envy have come out with some really good responses. The way that they cleared through the pit was pretty beautiful. Row that they have lost. Are they going to make the adjustment in this round? Probably not, because this is just the eco, you know. You ride this one out, have a slightly different plan, but into the next round, round 20, that's where we'll see what Verno and Frod have cooked up.
Sheriff and Bandits scramble together a bit of a bite. There's damage done. Hold on. Flash and a peek in through mid. Big knife as well. It's going to be connecting onto a multitude of players, so noted. Footsteps. Sound made.
Poppin, you are alone with the spike.
With the spike, yeah. Very forward position. There's no way you want to re-peek this one.
I don't think we've seen the team go for 5 bandits, Bren, yet.
He wants to go for this. He knows it's a close drone. Saturate is good, though. Peeking into it. Aspas low enough. Saturate's not really doing too much. It's good. Diligent. Envy making sure that they leap into this one and take these fights together. On the same page the whole time.
That's crazy. I thought that was 150 range there. 2 left. Mazzino and Tex. Envy, I think, have done the hard work at this point, getting through. Utility from both the duelists look good.
Yeah. Should be a round win easily wrapped up. Now Envy going to be only trailing by 1.
I think Egster wants to be hunting for these kills if they're thinking about that kind of stuff. It's difficult to optimize the details in a game like this where you're on the comeback and it feels like every round's difficult.
Yeah, you're just barely keeping your head above water. So,
but in theory, getting Egster's ult online would that's crazy.
In the night. I mean,
it's not going to affect the round outcome.
No, they're just going to be going down to the spike ideally. Hold on. Bit of a realization. Damage done.
Don't think it matters for the economy really for Envy.
Yeah.
Egster doesn't have that much money, but the rest of his team can drop.
So what is the adjustment going to be, though, for MIBR? Timeout was taken for this round in particular. The retake on B setup, they've been getting punished quite a lot, really, just in terms of trying to group up.
Yeah, I think B looks a little weak. I think they want to be playing it for retake quite a bit by the look of things. But at the same time, Envy have been winning a lot of 1v3 situations, 1v4 situations. There's been some strange rounds going on.
Sure.
So do MIBR really need to change too much? Or is it about minimizing those mistakes?
Aspas with the operator might be gearing up to take a fight here. Especially with that Prowler unnoticed. Aspas push back up, doesn't have that refract popped off, but a light speed gets out of there just off that initial pick. Zekken also with a reposition. Shots are fired off. Zekken holding it down towards elbow. Absorbs most of that aggression. TP is going to be heard there. Hunter's Fury into the corner. Good tags, good connections. Rossi is left to his devices, left to do it all. But this time it's MIBR slamming that door straight in their faces.
That one looked very easy, didn't it? Complete reversal of fortunes for MIBR and Envy. I love the positioning from Aspas. I think he plays that round absolutely beautifully. He takes a passive line at the beginning, really safe and cautious, so the Prowler misses him, completely out of range, and then he creeps forwards afterwards and grabs the easiest kill onto Poppin.
Yeah.
I wonder if that reaction from Poppin is mid-round, like as he dies. Or whether that was right at the end. Quite a reaction from your IGL mid-round if that was the case.
I think it's just goes to show, I think, expectations that they place on their own shoulders to try and get it done. Dash into your face, Kesnit. Eager to draw out a bit of this blood here, swinging out wide, Sheriff's with it. Barely anything to work with. Convergent parts. Aspas is trying to push this one. Operator in hand. Rest of his team to lead it. Flashed, blinded, sees is good. Trying to really swing out. Claim a couple of these kills. Brings it to a 2v2. Weapons are dropped down to the ground, but they don't want to go for it. Envy, they're looking to fight this one potentially forwards. They don't have the guns. It's being held. MIBR too predictable. They know exactly what Envy's game plan is. When the plan doesn't start going down there, just hold and wait for them to play to you.
They do have such a good read on the way that Envy want to play. They're one of the most aggressive teams from what we're expecting.
Wow.
But even with the read, that still requires very good mechanics from Tex to be able to finish that off. Because the way that they play with Rossi jumping in and the next guy swinging into trade is tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Tex definitely looking like he's in form. I had my doubts based on the 2025 season, but he looks good.
MIBR just need one now. Who's next? Seal up this series. It's been tough for them to string together a couple of rounds on this half. Egster, it's going to make it that much more difficult now. Dimensional Drift counting for a couple of the players' positions here in that dash forwards, reclaiming a bit of space. Verno steps forwards, find that he wins out with Inspire going down. Hold on, that's a Bucky. Drone broken. It's not the best buy in the world again for Envy, just for them to survive and stay in this match. No command now. Emanates out. Waves forwards. Util ripped away. Tex is going walkabout off onto the flank. Egster trying to watch for this one, but again, the aim and just all that alongside it. Tex is a little bit too composed in this moment. That might be trying to close up that net. Kills for Envy though. Start coming alive and really activating. Picking up the extra weaponry. Get a bit more control into a round like this. Aspas with a quick reposition. Being assailed from multiple directions. Needs some bailout from Zekken, but Zekken is no more. Aspas peeking round with that position, but the swing and the trade is perfect on the timing. Rossi keeps his team in it.
Very impressive that Envy are keeping this one properly close. After losing 2 in a row, they immediately respond back. The positioning, I wasn't a big fan of. They were getting pinched from every single avenue. 2 from spawn, 2 from A main, 1 in connector. It looked like Envy was surrounded, but they brawled their way out.
Juggernaut in the form of MIBR.
Now what is that pick?
I see Rossi as an ult.
Yeah, exactly. Is that for an Omen ultimate, deep into spawn?
Might be the case.
Are they cooking?
See what play they might cook up here. Critical round. Bit of a crossroads here for the map itself. Aspas with a peek. A lot of damage. He's going to have to respect that one back once more. Envy are not willing to rush into anything. Prowler, reclear into mid, see if they can pull some of these players in a different direction. Aspas seems to have a bit of a strong read that the A pressure was fake. He's already rejoining his team over towards B.
Yeah, I think MIBR have got a good idea that Egster's default at the start of the round often ends in a B hit.
That's held. As soon as there's signs of life, Util's going to be sent flying forwards, and that reveal, moving forwards, Inspire, he's leading the charge. Forwards is the call. Popping and him, and then south, this is over. Potentially in the blink of an eye. Second upgrade acquired. It's going to really have to be sharp in a spot like that, but overwhelmed by the Envy players. Up to 11. One more round to drag it to OT.
MIBR, though, took a tack timeout for this final round of the half. The adjustment that they're looking to make is here, when Aspas can afford an operator, and there's full rifles available for everybody else. So Envy, most difficult round they've yet to win. They've done an incredible job of getting back into this one, though.
Yes! Come on!
This map looked impossible after the first half.
I mean, completely shut out, but here we stand. One more round. The potential for OT or a series ending.
And here it is, that TP into spawn.
Yeah, play was called for here. This is going to be, again, pulling these MIBR players out and around, but with Rossi cleaned up so early. Envy are going to be trying to rush into this one, but it might be to their own demise. Tex playing around it, adjust the aim, sharp. Locks onto the cranium, and now he's looking for a little bit more with support for the rest of the team. It crumbles at the finish line. Kesnet left to do it for them. One man in a 1v3.
He won an enormous round for them earlier on with a Bucky, but this one, even with the better weaponry, I think is looking much tougher. He doesn't have that position on site. He's not going to be overlooked. And the plant isn't down.
Rounds like this, when you're on the brink, the precipice of just dragging it to an extension, they're the most tantalizing. They rush into it and leave Kesnet in this spot, a 1v3. Repositions to main, but there's a smoker alive. That's it. Zekken locks off that lane. Kesnet forced to now take a peek through. Verno might have just spotted that one. Unsure of the angles. Refract's going to be fading. Needs to be sublime, needs to be unreal, near sight in. Everything being cut away from him, many senses, but he has to rely onto the aim. Saturate is good, and Aspas a little bit better. MIBR, they take it 13-11, heavily tested, heavily bruised, but they do find it cleanly enough towards the end.